What's going on, family? Welcome back to another episode of Reflection and Alignment. And if you're here today, that says a lot about you. For the simple fact that I know life gets hectic, and the fact that you made it to this space today says something. Today, we are talking about something very powerful, powerful enough to shift your whole entire life, and that is your input determines your output. And what I mean by that, I'm not talking about food. I'm talking about what you feed your mind, your energy, your time literally becomes what shows up in your reality. So let's get into it. Look, we all want better results, better peace, better money, better confidence, better relationships, better routines, better jobs, better energy, better, better, better. And sometimes we sit there like, why isn't anything changing? But here's the real question. What are we feeding ourselves on a daily basis? Because your mind is kind of like a garden, and whatever you plant is going to grow. If you plant seeds of chaos, stress, comparison, negativity, and old habits, that's exactly what is going to bloom. But if you plant intentions, gratitude, ambition, positivity, flow, discipline, even if it's slow, it starts to show. Oh, it kind of rhymes. Nobody wakes up suddenly transformed, but everybody transformed through consistent input. See, a lot of the biggest changes in life happen quietly. When you start choosing better music, better conversations, better affirmation, when you start following creators that inspire you instead of drain you, when you start protecting your peace instead of offering it up to anybody who wants to disturb it. Those small inputs create big outputs. I think people forget that change isn't loud, it's silent, it's internal long before it's external. And if you're pouring better energy into yourself, don't be surprised when you start moving differently, speaking differently, making better decisions, walking away from things that used to tip you. Eventually, the side effect of it is going to be upgraded input. See, I always think of it as elevation requires separation, and through separation, you will reach elevation. Wait. Elevation requires isolation, and through isolation will you begin to see your destination. See, let's talk about what you consume, not just food, but energy, content, emotions, and conversations. If you're constantly surrounded by people who complain, who are bitter, who are always gossiping, people who doubt everything, people who settle, or people who don't dream, or just go to work and go home and sit down, you're eventually going to absorb that energy because no one is immune. But if you surround yourself with people who think big, people who encourage growth, people who speak life, people who dream out loud, people who make you want to upgrade, your life starts to align with that higher frequency. See, this is why environment matters, because what you listen to matters, what you watch matters, what you let into your spirit matters. You can't expect high-level results from low-level inputs. That's like expecting fruit from a tree you never watered. See, a lot of people try to change your life by cutting things off, and that's good and all, but the real transformation comes from you replacing the things that you removed. Don't just stop listening to negative people, replace them with someone who inspires you. Don't just stop doubting yourself, replace it with affirmations, with proof that what you already survived and achieved. Don't just stop wasting time, replace it with something that makes you feel proud at the end of the day. See, your brain needs something to cling to, and not just to absence of what you let go of. Think of it like this. When you clean your house, you don't just remove the trash. You organize, you declutter, you decorate, you create a vibe that matches the life that you want to live. It's the same with your mind. Here's the most important part. You don't have to get everything right. You don't have to flip your whole life overnight. The goal isn't perfection, it's intention. Every small change in input creates momentum. Choosing a calmer morning routine, listening to uplifting content instead of drama, Spending time alone so you can hear your real thoughts, repeated affirmations instead of repeated fears, taking a 10-minute walk instead of just scrolling. Those little moves, they shift something inside of you. And before you know it, your output, the way you talk, act, respond, create, shows up, and dreams start elevating too. See, people talk about the best version of yourself as if it's some faraway version of yourself that you have to earn access to. But the truth is, that version of you is already here. It's not about becoming them, it's about feeding them. You become who you consistently feed. If you feed the version of you that's confident, peaceful, kind, focused, and abundant, you're going to naturally start to embrace that energy. See, your future self is shaped by what you pour into today. So, as you move through today, ask yourself, what am I feeding myself? What energy am I allowing in? What thoughts am I practicing? What direction am I sending in my life? Because input creates output, seeds become gardens, and small choices become entire realities. You don't have to rush, you don't have to force it, you just need to feed yourself the energy that you want to live in. Thank you for being here today, being present, and choosing to grow even when it's quiet, even when it's messy, and even when it feels slow. You're building something and it's showing. Until next time, stay aligned, stay grounded, and keep feeding the version of yourself that you are proud of.